Okay, welcome. This is August 25th, 2021. Yes, somehow we made it to year 2021 with the craziness that started last year in 2020. So I'm Dr. CJ Benkert with Pura Vida Wellness, and this is our monthly private tribe call, my live call to you to answer any questions that you might have, to just connect with you real time. So what we've been doing is we've been throwing out previously recorded trainings, educations, and videos that I've been doing over the last 16, 17 months. Each month we have a theme. This month has been water quality. So we've been bringing you trainings each Wednesday night regarding hydration, minerals, water quality, etc. So every Wednesday, every last Wednesday of the month, I will always come to you live. So I obviously encourage you 100% to make sure that you're watching each of the week's trainings, because you're only going to get out of this program, this Pura Vida Wellness Transformation Program, what you put into it. And there's only so much I can do. I can show up. I'm here to support you. My coaches are here to support you. Everyone that's listening right now knows that. Thank you, Kia, for recognizing that. But we need you to meet us halfway. So remember the 3 C's: staying connected, coachable, and committed to making a change in your health. So this is my live program. I was talking a few minutes before I actually started recording about, what is the Pura Vida Wellness lifestyle? What are we about? This is all about Pura Vida, pure life. And I'm not just talking about nutrition. I'm talking about pure life in body, mind, heart, and spirit. That's the 4-dimensional lifestyle that I like to live on a daily basis. But it's also about, pure intentions, pure food. So much of what we teach, and that's why we've, changed it into a 12-month coaching program, minimum of 12 months. Ideally, if you're really on fire and you want the best in your life and you want to be the best and stay the healthiest, I am 100% committed to bringing you the most updated, cutting edge science, knowledge, tools, and strategies for you to live your best life in mind, body, heart, and spirit. So we're talking about, pure food, pure nutrition. We're talking about pure water, pure, pure healing. Fasting is a huge part of what we do. We're talking about, pure mind and heart has to do with connecting, with the earth. So earthing is a big part of what we do. There's so many aspects of Pura Vida living, pure living. And that's why if you really want to be your best and live your best life and stay your healthiest, then staying connected with us on a weekly basis is crucial, ongoing. And if you haven't signed up and done any advanced testing with me, you need to take that next step if you're at that place in the journey. So as most of you know, I like to start people with the diet and nutrition aspect, which is teaching your mitochondria, teaching your cells. Here I'm recording and I've got Kat as the main, you're the speaker, Kat. Okay, I switched that. Okay, Dr. CJ back. I was just a little block and it was just all about Kat. But it is all about Kat. Anyway, so pure living, it's all about teaching your cells and your mitochondria really how to burn fat for fuel instead of sugar. And that's where I like to start. I like to start at least 12, 18 months of going through the different stages of our fat burning system first. And it's not just about the lose it stage. It's not just about the 40 days. That is a fasting mimicking stage. That's powerful. I repeat that stage at least once a year for 20 days to reset my metabolism, to reset my eating, to put myself in a state of autophagy, because those 40 days, it's like water fasting. So Kat's on a 5-day water fast right now. I'll let her chime in once I'm done doing my little spiel. So water fasting is really powerful, but you can actually mimic a lot of the things that are happening in the body And if you've been listening to for any time, you know that fasting has amazing benefits. And the main benefit is autophagy, self-eating, eating up diseased, worn out, dead, unhealthy cells, tissue, organelles that aren't serving your body anymore. So I think one of the trainings that we put into the Wednesday nights for this month, I try my best to keep on top of where we're at with those. And I was actually listening to one of those. It's funny, I taught these classes, but yet when I go back and listen to some of the things that I've taught, it reminds me about things that I've forgotten about. So yes, even Dr. CJ needs to constantly be learning and taking things in and being open to information. So when I was listening to one of the trainings that we put into the feed for Wednesday nights into the tribe group, and then we emailed to you, it was talking about the cells and autophagy, and I used this really cool analogy, and I wanted to just uh, reiterate that analogy because I thought it was really good, and I really liked it, and I thought it was really powerful. So not cleaning out your cells, not doing the 40-day program, not doing 24-hour reset days, not doing 48-hour fast, not doing the Prolone kit. What you're doing, it's like you have, and I have firsthand knowledge of this. It's like you have a home where somebody is hoarding. You've seen those shows on TV, right? Where you can barely open the door and it's just disgusting. There's stuff stacked up. I actually had a family member that was a hoarder, so I've seen this firsthand. Dog poop and dog pee everywhere, um, drywall gone, stacked up mail, papers, this tiny little path where you can barely get through the home. The stench is overwhelming. Um, so that's somebody that is just hoarding, just bringing in, and bringing in. That's what's happening in our cells. Our cells, everything in our body happens at a cellular level. So every time you eat, the food is digested in the cell. Every time you fall in love, the oxytocin and the serotonin and the dopamine, all those amazing chemicals are released by the cell. So if you're just putting all this stuff in and just digesting food and putting in food and making proteins, and you're doing all this activity in the cell, and you don't ever stop that activity, and you're just adding, things start piling up and accumulating. And when there's a bunch of stuff piling up and accumulating, so looking at the cell like a hoarded home, or looking at the cell like a cabin in the mountains with the flute closed on the fireplace, and you have this big fire burning, because when you digest food, when your mitochondria are burning either sugar or fat for fuel, you're releasing oxidation, you're releasing byproducts. So if you don't have a safe way to clean out that body, if you're just putting in, and you're never doing anything to take out, you've got a problem on your hands. Those cells are now going to start turning into cancer cells. Those cells are now going to start wearing out. They're going to get sick. They're going to get unhealthy. They're going to produce toxins. Cancer genes are going to turn on. So life is so beautiful. It's all about cycles, right? It's building up and breaking down. It's, opening up and closing in. It's giving and receiving. There's seasons to our life. It's all about relativity. We can't know love and joy and passion and beauty if we haven't experienced pain and trauma and loss and grief. And we're taught that pain and trauma and loss and grief are bad, and we don't want those things in our life. But the truth of the matter is, you cannot experience the beauty and the joy and the love of life without also having experienced the opposites. It's all about opposites and contrast. And when you have pain and trauma and loss, It shows you how beautiful the love and the joy and the fulfillment and the passion and the peace are. So we have to have a beautiful balance of anabolism and catabolism, or I don't know, Lori, how do you pronounce that? Catabolic functions and anabolic functions, breaking down functions and building up functions. So that's what autophagy is. That's what fasting is. And that's what we want to teach you over 12, 18, 24, 36 months is how to go through the lose it stage, the lock-in stage, the wellness stage. Get yourself to where you are in your 20s or 30s metabolically. If you are stuck and plateaued, schedule an advanced nutritional consultation with me. We need to take a look at your blood in a much more thorough, in-depth way than just what mainstream medicine would look at. And we need to make sure that there are no toxins like pesticides, plastics, and heavy metals in your body. So if you're going through the diet and nutrition program and you're not looking for further by doing in-depth foundational blood panel that we do through the practice called science-based nutrition, and you're not getting your heavy metals tested so that we can get those out with our true cellular detox program, then you have only gotten about a third out of your total health that I think that you could get. So we always start with the diet and nutrition, how to eat, when to eat, how often to eat, figuring out your body, what works the best with your body. You know, everyone that's either on this call or listening to this call after the fact, if you're in the tribe group right now on Facebook, let me know that you're listening live with a 1. If you're listening to the video afterwards, give me a 2. I'm here to love everyone and support everyone. And I can't love and support you and help you if you don't show up. So definitely the last Wednesday of every month, I want anybody that's listening to this, put it in your calendar and show up live so that we can talk to each other and support each other and encourage each other and share our challenges and frustrations and successes and wins. So Pure Life Living is not just about food and nutrition, but it's about just working on all the different dimensions of your life. So this month we focused on water quality, hydration, minerals. Perfect. Thanks, Kia. So yes, please put it in your calendar. I get it. I understand. Like when we first started doing a lot of these calls, I had a lot of people coming on because everybody was at home. You know, I finally got myself online and got that swift kick in the butt by the universe, when the pandemic hit, because this is something that I've been wanting to do for many years now, is to get myself out there, to reach more people, to go beyond my comfort zone, to show up live, to start really teaching that healthy, pure life lifestyle. So when you show up live with me, then you're encouraging me to continue to show up, and you're helping be a part of this main mission. I mean, my main mission is help as many people as possible out there. And I guarantee you, who is ever listening to me right now, there are thousands, if not millions of people that want what I'm teaching that don't know that we exist. And that's why I am really looking at seriously getting more involved online. I've already started a YouTube channel, going live more often, just really getting out there and doing whatever I need to do, to reach more people, so that the people that are struggling and frustrated and suffering and headed down the wrong path, and they've changed that belief system, so the people that we're looking to attract have already always believed that their body could heal. Most of us, though, we've been so brainwashed by society that mainstream medicine has the answer, that the almighty doctor, whatever they say, you just take that pill. But that we have a wellness revolution that has been occurring now for at least the last 10, if not 15 years. And the planet is awakening. And I believe that's why there's so much discord right now. All of this discord, all of this chaos, all of these things that are happening. If everything was going perfect and was just, oh, la la, everything's, life is so good, just skipping down the path and nothing's wrong and everything's going along fine, do we grow and do we change when everything's going fine? No. So I believe that a lot of this chaos that's happening worldwide, it's happening to wake us up. It's happening to challenge us to up level. It's happening because right now, more than ever before, you're faced with the decision, do I care about my health? Do I not care about my health? What kind of legacy do I want to leave for my children? What changes do I want to make individually to make this planet a better place? Am I going to, in the face of chaos and negativity and pandemonium, am I going to stay true and connected to who I am and be that positive person and stand up for what's right and to be a light? You're being called to be a light. If you're listening to my words, if you're seeing me on this video, there's no mistake that you are listening to my words right now. You are called to be a light. Ask yourself, how can I be a light? How can I be a part of this mission of making a difference on this planet? Every single day I work with my Women of Iron, what we call the Core Four or four-dimensional lifestyle living. Every single day I have to do something with my body, my being, my relationships, and business or learning. Every day I have to do something in all four of those areas, and I'm held accountable on a daily basis to my coaching group, my Women of Iron coaching group. And every day I have to repeat my mission statement. And over the last year and a half, almost 2 years now that I've been doing this Women of Iron program, and granted, I've always looked at my life in those categories, not necessarily just those four, but I've always looked at, that balance wheel. You've all seen that wheel and it's kind of cut up into pie, like pies. And there's all these different, pie pieces of pie, and you've got, relationships and career and money, finances, community involvement, family, love, self-care, health. There's all different wheels of balanced life. And I've worked with those for years. And for years, I've journaled. And for years, I've written out where I want to be and what I want to create in my life in those different areas with relationships and finances and business and giving of myself to the community and my children and my significant relationships. And this Women of Iron program has just really dialed it in for me. And for me, it's just so much easier to look at, just those four areas. But on a daily basis, I have to repeat my mission statement. So what is, the Pura Vida Wellness mission? Well, my personal mission and what I'm here for, and I want each of you listening, do you know what your purpose is? Do you know what your mission is? Can you verbalize that? So my mission, who I am, is I am a leader of love and light, teaching others to transform their lives in body first, because that's where it has to start, mind, heart, and spirit, so that we can fulfill our purpose, increase our vibration, and make this planet a better place. That is my current mission statement. The purpose of Pura Vida Wellness is to coach, support, and educate as many people as possible towards optimal health and healing using the latest and most effective healing strategies, along with those ancient strategies that have stood the test of time. That's the purpose and the mission statement of Pura Vida Wellness versus my own personal. So obviously they have to line up. So what is your purpose? Why are you here? How can you make this world a better place? And, some people just have the purpose of being a beneficial presence. I've talked about this before, but my grandmother, who I love dearly, I have a picture of her here on my desk. This is my grandmother that I took care of in my home for 10 years. And I took care of her in my home for 10 years because my mom had hoarded my grandparents' house. And that's how I have firsthand knowledge of hoarding. But my grandmother's purpose, and she told it to me many times, and I used to always think, wow, that doesn't seem very important, because I was still kind of with, society's view of what success is. But her purpose, and she always told me this, was to be a beneficial presence. And I remember when I was younger thinking, wow, that just seems so, like, it just seems so simple, and it seems so insignificant. Wow, was I wrong? Because now, as I get older and hopefully wiser and becoming more aligned with who I am and fulfilling my purpose for being here, I realize that being a beneficial presence is really powerful. So maybe just that's your purpose. Maybe your purpose is just to be, the best mom you can be, to be a light, and a leader in your family, and to make these changes in your health, not just with food, but your self-care, and that you put yourself first, and that you take time in the morning to meditate and to breathe and to journal and to listen to music, and that you take time aside for just you. Because how can you be whole and complete and show up for those that you love if you're not taking time the beginning of every day to connect to who you really are and to start your day in a proper manner? Because when you start your day with either prayer or meditation or just journaling or quiet time, look to see how different your day is versus setting your alarm, hitting snooze 10 times, jumping up out of bed, you're late, you're rushing to get ready, you run out of the house, you barely have time to pour a cup of coffee. What's your energy like then? What do you have to give your job or your work or your family or your friends, or maybe you're retired and you're donating your time? Do you really have anything to give when you haven't spent the time on a daily basis every single morning to fill your cup? Do you have a morning routine where you fill your cup and you connect with yourself so that when you show up for other people, that you actually have something to give them? Because if you're not filling up your cup, if you haven't fallen in love with yourself first, you cannot love another person. So that's what we're here for. That's what we're busy doing here at Pura Vida Wellness. That's what my passion and purpose continues to be, is just to help the people that want to be helped, that want to grow and expand, that want to be better, how to be better, and to continue to bring you, new information about health, not just food and nutrition, but about earthing and, products that don't have toxins in them, water purification products. We have an affiliate account with Water Revolution. So if you order the water purification units through my affiliate website, I think it's drcjpurewater.com. You're going to receive a discount, and you're going to get the most amazing purified, alkalinized, energized water available on the planet, and it's made in the USA. So water is super important. What are you using? What laundry detergent are you using? Have you switched over to products and companies that are green? Or are you still buying, a plastic container every time you go to Costco? So I use a company called what is it called? Greenfills.com. I'll post it. So I'll post the water purification. Lori, can you do me a favor and send me a text reminding me to post the water purification website and the laundry soap website? So the laundry soap website that I use, it's not just laundry soap, but they have bathroom cleaners, cleaners for windows, mirrors, dishwashing detergent. It's all organic. It's all toxin free. And I have one plastic jug that I have for the laundry detergent and one plastic jug for my laundry rinse. And that's the same jug that I use. So when I did my first purchase, I got those two jugs. Now when I reorder, they just send me a little packet. It's like in a little tiny plastic packet, like a little foil packet, and it's concentrated laundry soap and concentrated softener. And I just pour the concentrated into the bottle that I never have to buy again. And I'm not adding to all of that plastic in the landfills. And then I pour the concentrated softener in, and then you just fill up the rest with water. It's super concentrated. I use a quarter of a, looks like a quarter of a little measuring cup, you know, those little laundry cups in each load. And now I feel like I've done my part in reducing plastic use and not subjecting myself and my family to toxic chemicals that are used in these, you know, mainstream companies like Tide and, you know, I don't want to bash it, but any of those companies, there's chemicals. You know, you see those commercials on TV, like those pods, you know, like the Tide pods, and they're like, if a kid gets a hold of them, it looks like candy and it kills a child. Really? Do we want to be putting that in our laundry and washing our clothes with something that kills a child? So staying with me and listening to me and making a commitment to your health and learning on a regular basis. So I'm just asking once a week that you tune in and spend, you know, 30, 45 minutes reminding yourself why you're here, what you're doing, why you want to be healthy, and learning the newest things about different aspects of your health. So have you changed all the products in your home? Have you changed your personal care products? Let me go grab something real quick. Are you still using on yourself or your children sunblock with a bunch of chemicals in it? So all regular sunscreen, sunblock has chemicals and causes cancer. So there are so many options. These are a couple that I just recently picked up at Mother's. We have mineral sport sunscreen. I've got this out because I'm taking this with me to my river house. I'm leaving for my river house tonight to do a little bit of relaxing and R&R and floating on my boat and playing with my dogs and splashing in the water. So this is a mineral sunscreen. There's no chemicals. It's just zinc oxide, and some of them have titanium, which are just minerals that block the sun. I haven't used regular sunscreen on my skin in years. Here's another one that I just picked up at Mother's. It's a facial sunscreen and moisturizer, no chemicals. It blocks both UVA and UVB, anti-aging, reduces skin aging, face, neck, and hands. So it's zinc oxide. And then there's like all these natural avocado oil. So have you changed your personal care products? Or are you still putting chemical sunscreen on your body? Are you still using moisturizers with chemicals in them? Are you still using lotion with chemicals in them? So many of the things that we do in the first 40 days, you know, we take all those products out, and then when the 40 days are up, I have a lot of people say, hey, do I still need to like use all the oil-free products? And I say no, but I don't want you to go back to all of those products that you were using with a bunch of chemicals in them. What about shampoos? Are you using natural shampoos, conditioners? Yes, we can add this. Can you add the sunscreen products? I mean, when I let everybody know with the websites and the text, is that what you mean? That with Lori reminding me? I can include those, yes. So, you know, I'm just encouraging you to take a look at, you know, all different aspects of your life. Personal care products, cleaning products in your home, the water that you're drinking. Are you taking time every morning for self-care? Are you working on your spiritual self? Or, you know, if you're a Christian and, you know, that's what you align with, are you reading the Bible every day? Are you praying? Are you going to church? You know, whatever your beliefs are, whether you're Buddhist or, you know, whatever it is, are you, and we all have different paths, but are you living your life in congruency with what you believe to be true. So we've talked about this before. There's your belief system and what you know and believe to be true, and the way that you should be living, whether it's being kind to people, going to church, eating healthy food. And then you have this other circle over here, which is what you're actually doing in your life. So the closer what you believe in and know to be true to what you're actually doing in your life, the closer that is, the more overlap there is with that, the happier you are, the more fulfilled you are, the healthier you are, the more joy you experience. And I'm telling you that from personal experience. The further away what you know to be true and who you really are based on how you're living your life, the bigger that gap, the more frustration you feel, the sicker you are, the more cancer will come into your life, the more pain will come into your life, the more resentment will come into your life. So if there's a gap, if there is incongruency in your life based on who you are and what you believe and what your values are, you are not going to be a happy camper. So I encourage you to spend some time. And if you need help, text me, set up a coaching call with me. Do you want help figuring out what your values are? I have worksheets. I'd be more than happy to work with you and coach with you on some of these things that I've learned in my Women of Iron program for free, just as a part of, the support that I want to provide you. So I would love to help anyone that's listening figure out what their values are. There's a worksheet that we use, specific questions that we go through to find out what your values are. So my main values, I've narrowed it down to 3, and it's 3 combos. So just to give you an idea what values are. So my 3 main values are, cool, Kat. Yes, we can set up a coaching call, and I'll send you the sheet, the questionnaire, and we can go over it together, and I'll help you figure that out. So my 3 main values are: number 1, love and connection. That is what is most important to me. And when I say love and connection, to me, that's spirituality. So that's my number 1, opening up my heart, giving, accepting people unconditionally for who they are, including myself, right? We're harder on ourselves than anyone else. So love and connections, number 1. Number 2 is leadership and impact. So as a leader of pure life living, as a leader of health and nutrition and anti-aging and longevity, I want to create and have an impact on other people. I want to be able to help as many people as possible. So leadership and impact is my second important value. And my third value, and that's why I'm leaving from my river house tonight, because it's all about balance, is fun and freedom. I love to have fun. I love to play with kids. I love to splash in the water. I love to run down the beach. I love that freedom of traveling and being at my river house and going to Hawaii and, just having the freedom to be who I am and not apologize for who I am and not be afraid to be honest to the world with who I am. So if you want to learn what your values are, because until you know what your values are, you're not going to know if what you're doing on a daily basis is in line with those or not. So the last thing I want to announce tonight, Wednesday, August 25th, and I didn't realize I was going to announce this, but I'm just going by my intuition and my inner guidance. So the Women of Iron group that I belong to, that has made such an amazing, tremendous impact on me, my growth, my maturity, how I treat people. I've made amazing, significant changes in the last year and a half. I have grown more in the last year and a half being a part of this group than I have grown my entire life. And what's so amazing is when I found the Women of Iron group, it was so in line with things that I've already been doing, but I didn't have the consistency or the tools to really understand how to make goal setting and target setting and looking at all areas of my life. I didn't understand how to make those things work and to actually move forward and not just be stuck in the same place. Like every year, oh, I want this, this, and this. And then a year would go by, I'm like, oh, wow, I still want this, this, and this, but I haven't really gotten anywhere close to that, this, and this. Whereas the last year and a half, I have gotten so close to where I've wanted to be for the last 10 years, where I've wanted to be in practice, where I've wanted to be, with my relationships, how I treat people, my spiritual journey, how open my heart is. So my last announcement is the women, it's actually called Men and Women of Iron. It's not just Women of Iron. So I am a certified coach for the Women of Iron program. I've gone through additional training to coach other people that want to learn the tools that I've learned, that want to grow and expand, and really up level. I will say that for the most part, it is meant for people that, really want to play big, really have a big, I just got goosebumps, for people that really have like a more of a grand vision, really want to make a difference on the planet. But with that being said, it's not just limited to, business owners or doctors or entrepreneurs. I believe wholeheartely that if you're serious about growing and being a better person, that the tools from this program would help anyone. So we are having our first live event October 8th and 9th. So it's Friday, Saturday in Tempe, Arizona, I think up until August 30th. So that'll be something else. Please remind me to post, Lori. Sorry, you're my assistant tonight. There is a link. I think it's until August 30th. It's $397. You get to be there with me and probably at least 5 or 6 other certified trainers. My main coach, Dr. Ryan Doyle, who's a chiropractor in British Columbia, and we are meeting along with other people that have been going through the program, or anybody that is interested in learning the tools of how to figure out your values, how to set targets in the 4 dimensions of your life: your body, which is like your health, eating, physical self; your being, which is your spiritual self, being fulfilled; your relationships, which is your children, your grandchildren, your significant other, how to be there and really have these most amazing fulfilled relationships where you don't let a day go by without letting the people know that you really love and care about, that you love and care about them. And the last area is business, or if you don't own a business, the last area is considered like learning and growing. So we are going to meet as a group with all of the certified trainers and any and other people that are being coached by any of us, or if anybody in my tribe is interested. We're coming together. It's $400. If you guys decide you want to go, please decide in the next few days, because the hotel, I think the rooms will fill up fast. I'm going to be spending the night there, Thursday night the 7th, and Friday night the 8th. And then the training ends Saturday. So you could just drive home Saturday night if you didn't want to spend a third day. So Tempe, I think it's right outside Phoenix. I think it's like a 6-hour drive. So it's starting Friday, October 8th, going all day long. And then Saturday, October 9th, all day long. And then if you do want to stay Sunday, you can. They're going to have like the ability to sign up for like a spa day or a golf day. I'm actually going to leave Saturday night and head back over to my river house, which is about 2.5 hours away. But I'm inviting anyone and everyone in my tribe to go to this training. So we're going to spend time brainstorming, masterminding, and we're actually going to sit down and teach you how to set targets in all 4 areas of your life for the last quarter of 2021. So we look at every quarter setting targets, and then we also set targets for the entire year. So when you sit down to set targets for the quarter, you also future pace and you look at, where do I want to be a year from now? Where do I want to be 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? And then we teach you how to reverse engineer. If you want to be here a year from now, let's just say a year from now, you want to lose 20 pounds, let's say. So if you want to lose 20 pounds, well, that's ridiculous, because in our program, if you follow it correctly, you should lose 20 pounds in 40 days. So let's just say you want to lose 100 pounds in a year. So how do we reverse engineer that? Well, if you want to lose 100 pounds, how do you do that? Well, you got to back it up. So in order to lose 100 pounds, the first quarter, you need to go through a 40-day program, and you need to lose 25 pounds, right? And then the second quarter, you need to go through the 40 days. And so basically you reverse engineer, what do you have to do? What are the steps that you have to take to get to that 100 pounds? So you're not just starting here and looking at, oh my gosh, 100 pounds. Okay, what's the first step? Okay, I just got to do the 40-day program. And then I have to go into the office every week, or I get on a Zoom call every week with Coach Teresa. And I'm going to cut out sugar and grains and carbs. And then I'm going to go into the lock-in stage. And then 80 days later, I'm going to get another scan. And you can just like have every single step in place so that by the time that year is up, you will hit your target, whether it's 100 pounds or gaining 10 pounds of muscle or earning an extra $100,000. Or maybe you're on the call right now and you're thinking about starting a nonprofit organization. Maybe you want to start a group to help children. Like myself, I have something in my mind that's been revealed to me, I believe, by God, that I want to have a nonprofit organization for foster kids, foster teenagers, where I take them and I teach them how to love themselves, and I teach them some of these same skills that I teach all of you. But these are kids that are going to be timing out of the foster system when they're 18 years old. They basically are on their own, and I want to let them know that they're loved and cared for, and that they are more than just a number. They're more than just a child in the foster system, and that they're loved wholeheartedly by the creator that made them. So that's something in my future. So maybe, what ideas do you have? What things have been spoken to you? And are you spending time in prayer, meditation on a daily basis, where you're quieting your mind and you're allowing God, spirit, source, the universe, innate intelligence? Are you spending that time and shutting off your thoughts to allow the inner being, your inner guidance, your inner knowingness to speak to you and reveal to you where you're supposed to go, who you're supposed to be, what your next step is in life? So I will post the website for water purification systems. I will post the website for the non-toxic cleaning solutions, where we're not putting more plastic into the landfills. I will post a few of the products that I personally use for natural sunscreen, and I will post a link that you can click on that will tell you exactly what the Men and Women of Iron quarterly target setting training is, how much it costs, the hotel where it is. I'll be there. A lot of doctors that I've been training with for the last 4 years will be there, but it's open to anybody and everybody that wants to learn how to set targets in their life and actually make those targets. So when you have a goal is just kind of like a wish list. Oh, I have a goal, I want to do this. But when it's a target, it's very specific. There's a date. There's very specific ways to measure it, and you know that you get there. And then we teach you how to reverse engineer it to get there. So it's not just about setting targets. It's just about having that balanced, fulfilled life in health, body, mind. Basically what I've been saying, body, mind, heart, and spirit. So body is like your physical being and how you're eating. Mind is like your thinking, your emotions, your learning, bringing in new knowledge. Heart to me is like relationships, loving yourself first, learning how to love and appreciate others so that they know that you love and appreciate them. And then the last is spirit, which is just being fulfilled and tapping into that amazing, beautiful, loving person, that light that we were all created to be. So I've gone long enough. I would like to open it up for those of you that are here live. And if you're watching this video, please put in your calendar the last Wednesday of every month. I go live And every Wednesday night at 5:30, we have trainings that we post into the tribe group, and we send you emails of those trainings. And it's a crucial part of you being successful with this program. If you're not learning, if you're not staying connected, committed, and coachable, you are not going to get the results that you want to get. So if you're on the line or you're listening to this video and you've fallen off track, it's because of those 3 C's. If you're not staying connected and watching the trainings, getting into the clinic or getting on a Zoom coaching call with either myself, Coach Teresa, you're not going to be successful. If you're not 100% committed to your health and being a better person, and you're going to let short-term gratification rule your life instead of long-term health and wellness, I tell you this, you're either going to pay for your health and wellness now in time and money, or you're going to pay 100 times more later, because you're going to get sick and you're going to lose out on quality of life, and you're going to be a burden to your family. And then the last one is being coachable. So when you are committed and you are connected with us, and we make suggestions, and we ask you to bring your journal, and we ask you to do a reset day, are you coachable? Are you making those changes? Are you listening to us? If you need help, are you reaching out and letting us know you need help? So that's your job, is to do the 3 C's. Our job is to show up for you on a daily basis. You have access to me on a daily basis using your phone and texting me. You have the ability to schedule coaching calls with me any time of any week. You go into the Pura Vida website. We have a brand new website now, if you haven't seen it, and you just click on schedule online, and you can schedule a coaching call with me. I have numerous times available for coaching you, either over the phone or through Zoom. I like Zoom. I like to be able to connect and see you and sense your energy and see your beautiful face. So I have multiple coaching calls available on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are my main client support days. So go to the new website, check it out, share this program with others. Seriously, if anything's ringing true for you right now when I'm talking about this Women of Iron training in Arizona, please seriously consider it. And you can text me or private message me on Facebook if you want more information, but I will post the link that allows you to see exactly what we're going to be covering on Friday. We have the schedule all laid out, and what we're going to be covering on Saturday. The schedule's all laid out. It's $397 if you pay before August 30th. If you wait till after August 30th, I think it goes to $497. I just booked my hotel at the Tempe resort. It was a Hyatt hotel, and that's all in the link. And I think it was $200 a night. So that's what you're looking at as far as accommodations and the cost of the training. There's no obligation. We're just there to share and to help anybody that wants help and wants to live a better life. Okay, anybody that wants to chime in? Kat, let's hear how you're doing on your 5-day water fast. I didn't know you were doing a water fast, and when I first started the call, I saw you, and I just immediately thought, wow, she looks really good today.
Thank you. I just knew that I wanted to do it. I just had to do it. I just wanted to do a water fast on my own, just to see if I can, help myself out. And I'm treating it like a retreat. No telephone, no phone calls, no TV, just reading.
Wow.
And just drinking my water with my electrolytes in it.
Yeah.
And I feel really good. And I've been journaling.
Nice.
Really, it's really good. I'm enjoying it. Actually, the first time that I did my water fast, I did it for 5 days, but I didn't do it really good. And right after that, I went into Prolong.
Yes.
And it was okay. The second time I did the water fast only lasted 3 days. But This time is totally different. I've been in tune with my body. I'm listening to my body. I could see things and feel things differently. And I've been getting a lot of sleep, a lot of rest.
That is so amazing. I love, just like Kia said, that she loves it. The fact that you're not doing phone, TV. So basically, you've just created this retreat within your own home, and you're honoring and loving yourself enough to give yourself that time and space, not just with the water and the nutrition, but staying away from the phone and the garbage and the
Yes.
TV. And wow,
It's amazing.
that
It
is
was
so,
amazing. My family didn't want to accept it at first, but I told them I had to do this for myself. And it was important for me to do it this way. And so
mhm.
told them that I shut my phone off. They can't call me. No.
Wow. So you
They
told
can
everybody
send,
beforehand.
beforehand, I sent a text message and let them know. They can send me notifications, but it won't ring to me. I can
Yeah,
see, and if I want to answer them back, I told them if it's an emergency, I will contact you back. But other than
sure.
that, I just want to take care of me this week. So
Wow.
it's been really
So
awesome.
I love it. And I've never, I mean, I've done lots of fasting, but I don't think I've ever done like 5 days of what you're talking about, no phone, no TV, letting everybody know beforehand, I'm taking these 5 days for me. So I love it. And I think that we need to do the 5-day water fast in October like that.
It's a retreat.
Yeah.
It's a retreat. And the day before I started my fast, I went through my pantry and got rid of all the things that I know I don't need to have in the house. I cleaned out my refrigerator for all the things that I know I'm not supposed to eat or have. And I just try to get it ready for afterwards, like buying my avocados or my yogurt or my kefir, just things that I
Mm-hmm.
know, like my tea and stuff. So I want to, really follow through with this. I see big differences, changes in the last 4 days in my body. It's amazing.
What changes are you seeing?
Well, first of all, I used to have these brown spots in my eyes. They're almost gone.
That's liver.
Yeah, they're almost gone. Uh,
Wow.
I
Like
noticed,
in the like brown speckles in the white of your eyes?
yes,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah,
used to
that's
have
liver.
really heavy in there, and they're like disappearing. And
Yeah,
I also,
you looked so different when I first saw you. I was just like, Kat looks different. You just looked like so fresh and clean and beautiful. I even said something and then you were like, yeah,
yeah,
4 days in a water fast.
and my target is 5 days, but if I
Nice.
feel good enough to go past that, I will. I go into the office tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and I also been keeping track of weighing, and so far I think I'm down like 8 or 9 pounds.
Wow. And what
Yes.
an amazing opportunity to create some healing, in your digestive system. You
Exactly.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing.
You're
Anybody
welcome.
else have anything that they want to share? Kia, we're going to get ready pretty soon and we're going to interview you. You're going to share with everyone about the program and how it's had an impact with your two amazing, beautiful girls.
Yes. So I'm looking forward to that.
When is that?
I think it's next Thursday.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. And I'm doing well. I had a really good visit last time I went. Numbers were really, really good. I
Okay.
water is 50.9%. I'm 29 metabolically.
Wow.
Woo!
So I'm,
It's been a while since you've shared your story. Do you want to share briefly what was going on
um,
with you when you came into the program and what's been happening with you as you've been committed to your health?
well, I have battled with food addiction at various points of my life for, since childhood. And I had a medical crisis last year. I had cancer. And in the process of finding out what it was, I started eating like to beat the band and gained like 50, 60 pounds, something like that.
Yeah.
And had my surgery to remove the cancer. And then I lost 20 of those pounds immediately. And then the last 40, I just 40, 45, I couldn't. And then when I started the program, which is now, I'm
Mhm.
almost a year starting, next week, it'll be a year that I've
Oh my gosh,
been a
that's right.
client. And
Because we started talking about it at the River House.
we did. Yes, we did.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, since it took about from September 2nd until the beginning of the year, so January 1st, it took that time, lost that 45 pounds,
Wow.
have kept it off with no issues, no
Mhm.
trouble through the various water fasts, got my metabolic age and my water where it needs to be, and just been
Nice.
maintaining it. And we'll just say that for the price of the program and not having to worry about my weight is
Mhm.
worth it 100 times over. Because
Can't
before
give
I just
can't give you a thumbs up.
I didn't have any real way. It was just like, it was all just so hit and miss in terms of, I didn't have direction. I didn't have the accountability. The accountability for me is really, really key. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's my little story as briefly as I could make
Nice.
it.
Thank
Thank
you. I
you.
appreciate the summary. I know it's just been a while because we have a lot of new clients. I want to make sure that they see and hear from existing clients how powerful the program is, and that your body can heal if you just give it the opportunity. Things can change and you can reverse things, and you don't have to be afraid of cancer or getting cancer again. Because I know a lot of my clients come in and they have had cancer. It is so common now where I have clients come in to start the program and they've had multiple bouts of cancer. And, there's a reason that the body expressed that cancer to begin with. And it's the same reason that we've discussed over and over and over again. What is the cause of all disease? Toxins, diet, bad fats, sugars, inflammation, stress. That's the common cause of all disease. It all starts with toxicity, creating changes in the cell, and diet and bad fats, creating changes in the cell, inflammation, stress, inflammation, insulin resistance. And now we've just set up this body that now just will express whatever is, your weakest link genetically. But you can turn those genes off by getting the toxins out of your body with the True Cellular Detox program, changing how you eat, getting all those bad fats out, replacing them with healthy fats, with the fat burning Pura Vida transformation system, and learning how to have balance in your life, reducing stress by having a 4-dimensional lifestyle, which is what I want to teach you. If you would be open enough to come to the training in Arizona, October 8th, 9th, and 10th. And if you can't make the training and you want to start working on some things to figure out your values and understand what the core 4 is, I'd be more than willing to help coach anybody that wants to use some of those tools and start learning some of the things that have absolutely transformed my life, transformed my relationships, transformed the amount of joy that I experience on a daily basis, transformed my business, transformed how often I learn things and teach things, and how I'm taking care of my body and my self-care. The consistency has been amazing, and it has all been from those things that I've learned in the Women of Iron group. Anyone else want to share? Anyone have any questions? If you're on the Facebook page, I can't see that. Let me see if I can minimize for a second here. Yeah, I can't see the Facebook group. So I guess if you're on the Facebook group and you have a question, then how come I can't get this to minimize? Quit. Post the question in the Facebook group, in the tribe group, because I shot this video live into the tribe group as well. So we have the, there we go. Sorry, guys. We have this tribe circle meeting in the Zoom room where you can actually see me and talk to me. And then we also shoot it live into the Pura Vida Wellness Tribe group. And then of course, you can go back into the tribe group and rewatch it. And then we'll also be my virtual assistant, Katie. She's amazing. She's been working with me now for about 4 or 5 months. She's the one that designed the new website. She will record, well, she'll take this video and put it in an email so that everyone will get an email. If you miss the recording or if you want to watch it again, you'll get that in your email. Any other questions, concerns, or coaching that anybody needs that's on the call right now? And if you're in the Facebook group and you've got some help that you need or anything that you want to share with us, just post it in the comments and I will check those comments a little bit later. Anything? I think the one last thing, I know I've gone really long tonight, but that's okay because I only go live once a month now. Some of you don't know this and some of you do if you've been with me for a long time. I actually wrote a book on the diabetic solution to weight loss. The book has been written, but it has been in its final edits for about the last year, which is kind of crazy. Anyway, the book's going to finally be finished. There's just all these little edits that haven't been done. So Katie, my virtual assistant, is going to help me with some of those final edits and already has met with my editor and Katie a couple of days ago. And it looks like we're about a week out of sending it off to formatting. Formatting can take up to 30 days. Formatting is where they actually take the manuscript, which is done. They take the manuscript and they format it to be in a book, right? They format it to actually be printed. So I'm thinking August 25th. I would say that by the end of September, no later than the beginning of October, we will have the ebook version available and we'll be able to print the book as well. And the book will be available on Amazon. And I don't know what the price will be yet. I haven't decided. The main reason for writing the book was just to share my knowledge of diabetes and how powerful the body is in healing and reversing the disease. And when I started incorporating what I know about this program and fat burning and the 40 days and all the different aspects of fasting and fasting mimicking and ketosis and healthy fats, I very shockingly started witnessing diabetics no longer being a diabetic. And I had no idea that this program would do that so quickly. So over the last 7-8 years, we've taken hundreds of diabetics through. We've reversed the diabetes and we have kept those people off of the medications that they were on for sometimes 10, 15, 20 years. So I thought it was really important to write a book about that. The book is not just about diabetes though, because the truth of the matter is, and here's a book that everyone in my tribe should get. Why We Get Sick. Dr. Benjamin Bikman, PhD. This is something that I only learned about. It's been about a year now. I think almost about a year during COVID. I started listening to him and read his book. So diabetes is just the end result of insulin resistance. Cancer is the end result of insulin resistance. Alzheimer's is the end result of, you got it, insulin resistance. Strokes are then a result of insulin resistance. So even though the book title is about diabetes and the diabetic, solution to weight loss, it's really about unhealthy cells, insulin resistance, metabolic resistance, metabolic aging, metabolic syndrome, and insulin resistance we now know is basically the foundation or the cause of almost, if not all, diseases in the body. So the book talks about insulin resistance and how we become insulin resistance and how that occurs and what to do about it. My book talks about this. This book goes into a little bit different detail about insulin resistance. My book describes the fat burning program in detail And I have tons of success stories, different clients that have been through my program and what their results were going through the program. I share my own story of sugar addiction in the book. And I have different stories of other clients going through the book. And I teach things about fasting and the different stages of the program and what healthy foods are and what unhealthy foods are. So it's a really nice, just kind of workbook or manual to the Pura Vida Transformation System. So that's the last thing, last announcement, that book finally, and this time I really mean it, will be done by the end of October, no later than the beginning of October. So I'm super excited about it. Obviously, it wasn't supposed to be done until now, because if it was, it would have already been done. So there's a reason why it's taken this long. And I just have to accept that and be gentle with myself about that and know that it's happening in its perfect timing. So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say happy Wednesday. Be leaving here in about an hour to go off to my river house and have a nice long weekend and just relax and just enjoy the fresh air and floating on my boat and spending time with friends that I love and care about and significant others that I love and care about. So thank you for being a part of our tribe. Thank you for joining me on this mission. Happy Wednesday. Congratulations, Kat, on your 4-day, not just water fast, but phone fast, electronic fast, TV fast. You're an inspiration to me, and I know everyone else in the tribe. Thank you, Lori, for being here. Thank you, Raquel, for being here. I love and adore and appreciate all of you. And please let me know if there's anything that I can do to support you. All right, everybody, peace out. Have an amazing rest of the week. And let me know how I can support you and if there's anything that you need. This is Dr. CJ Benkert signing off with Pura Vida Wellness, loving you, encouraging you, inspiring you, and motivating you to live your purest life in body, mind, heart, and spirit.